How do you gain the confidence and the skill to talk with brokers so they take you seriously? In this video, I'm going to show you how to do that so you can 10x your confidence. And if you can do that, then you'll get access to off-market deals faster. So continue watching. Let's do this. Hi, I'm Michael Blank. I teach people how to become financially free with real estate by investing in apartment buildings. Make sure you subscribe because we put out new stuff every single week and you don't want to miss it. In the beginning, when you first start calling brokers, maybe you're not as confident about yourself and your ability to do anything really. And so what happens is brokers react in kind. They react in different ways. Sometimes they don't even return your phone calls. Other times they make you submit proof of funds before they give you access to deals. How frustrating is that? Have you been through that? Let me know in the comments below if you have. I certainly went through that as well. And I discovered as a solution to this problem where you can gain confidence so that brokers do return your calls. They don't treat you like newbies. They don't ask you for proof of funds. That is key to building trust and relationship with these brokers so they feed you off-market deals. And I love off-market deals. I love them almost more than I love spreadsheets. The question is, how do you develop the confidence to properly use it? Okay, and that's what we're going to talk about right here, because in order to become perfect, you need what class? What's required to become perfect? Write it in the comments below. If you guys said practice, then you are right. It's exactly what you got to be a practice. But how do you do that? How do you practice on brokers? I remember one of my students told me that they used my broker script that really works. And they're like, it didn't work. I'm like, are you kidding me? It always works. I said, hey, tell me exactly what you said to the broker. And he said exactly what his broker. And I says, oh my gosh, I see what the problem is, Bill. You don't have any confidence when you deliver this thing, okay? And brokers can sense it. It's not the words you're saying, it's how you're delivering it. If you deliver with confidence, they react one way. If you deliver with lack of confidence, then another. So you got to practice. And he goes, well, how do I practice on brokers? I already called all my brokers in my market. They all asked me the same thing, proof of funds. I'm like, oh no, bad first impression. So we're going to get around that right now. How do you practice with brokers without leaving a bad impression so you still get access to off-market deals? So here's a solution to practicing talking to brokers without ruining your chances of actually getting a deal. Introduce the idea of a throwaway market. Love this idea. It's been working super well for a lot of other people. But what the heck is a throwaway market? Okay, the throwaway market is that you call brokers in a market that you never intend to do deals in. That's the basic idea. That way, if you leave a bad first impression, it doesn't matter because you're never going to do a deal in that market. Now, what makes for a good throwaway market class? Good question. I think the best throwaway market could be anything. It could be any market, but the best one, I think, is actually near where you live. Now, typically, most of us in the U.S. don't actually buy stuff near where we live. We're always having to hop on a plane or drive for hours, and that's okay. But for the throwaway market, if you can drive an hour, let's say, even if you live in big cities, if you go outside, let's say an hour of, say, Washington, D.C. being a big city, I would never buy anything right now, but an hour away, you're in more suburban and more rural areas. That makes a great throwaway market because you have the added benefit of actually meeting with brokers in person and visiting properties in person. And that's the magic, because now you can call brokers. You're not ever thinking of buying a deal there, but you have a great way to practice your scripts and your interaction with people. And you do this a few times and your confidence level starts going sky high. So that's my advice, is use practice on brokers in a throwaway market. The added benefit of the throwaway market, that's in a driving distance, that you actually can visit properties. And in so doing, another side benefit is that your comfort zone grows as you start visiting properties that may be a little bit outside your comfort zone. You're like, oh, I'm buying a 5-unit deal. And then you visit a 10-unit. Like, oh, that's not so bad. I'll do a 10-unit deal. And then you visit a 20-unit deal. Visiting brokers in person and visiting properties in person really accelerate a lot of different things. So bottom line, guys, is the throwaway market. I inadvertently discovered this idea years ago when I started calling brokers, and I'm like, botching my calls, and these brokers are reacting the same way I described to you. They won't return my calls, asking for proof of funds. I'm like, what is going on here? And I finally got my confidence up. By the time I was done, I had basically left a poor, bad impression with every broker in this market. Luckily for me, it wasn't my target market. I didn't know it at the time. I thought I was buying local. By the time I figured that out, by the time I got to my target market, which at the time was actually in Texas, believe it or not, by the time I called into that market, my confidence level was super high, and the brokers treated me completely differently. Use a throwaway market to practice on your brokers. If you leave a bad first impression, not the end of the world. You will get more confidence, and when you do that, you can then shift to your primary target market, and you will now call these brokers with a high degree of confidence. That is the key, the trick to building up confidence when calling brokers. Hope you find that useful. There's another cool trick to accelerate the relationship building process with brokers so that they give you off-market deals faster. I'm going to review that in this next video, so check it out and make sure you don't miss it. I'm Mike LeBlanc. Catch you next time.